Hey everybody, Rhadamant here. Thanks for tuning in to episode 16 of RimWorld Survival. So last episode we rescued Tony's father, which I have retroactively made a goal so that I can feel like I'm checking something off the list here. So yeah, that's good. Just a quick heads up to all of you. This was pre-recorded. The next 4 or 5 episodes will be pre-recorded because I'm out of town. So your feedback won't immediately be able to be incorporated. Just letting you know now. All right. That's enough out of me. Let's get going. So what I need to do is to recover from a lot of the radiation buildup that I had from all of the recent stuff that I've done. And then we will be digging towards the Ancient Danger. I'm not going to necessarily put an ETA on Ancient Danger when we get there and when we do it, but I do plan on it being sooner than later if I can help it. So what we're doing here is using every last square foot of mountain that we can for the bedroom, and that means digging this way too, doesn't it? Okay. As far as other goals go, I think the Ancient Danger will be my priority, but there are some others that are interesting to me. One is that I really ought to work towards the jackets because getting another infinite chem reactor would be great. That would really help to supply my base with the fuel that we need to keep it running and making this power grid somewhat obsolete. And then if we tie that in with a geothermal and 2 chem fuel reactors should be plenty. That will be able to power our base and maybe a double strand growing operation and more. All right, next up, I want a grand statue. Do it just once. Do it with granite or marble. Not granite. Why would I say granite? Let's drop it on the floor and make it with our artiste. Oh, nice chicken statue. That's great, buddy. You made a chicken statue. Okay. I'm really trying to get this to be extremely impressive, but it is taking a while because the art projects have been rotten. So, my current goals, if you were to ask me right now, would be to set up a trade lane between me and my nearest neighbor, and to additionally, to get all those jackets delivered, and then also to dig towards the Ancient Danger. So that's what I'm hoping to work on this episode, as well as finally getting a bedroom for Cefalu. Cefalu here would be a pretty good candidate to set up that trade lane. He's a pacifist. Does he mine? He does not mine. Okay, well, that's kind of a problem. But we'll have to work with it. The base will also, because it's been expanding, it will also get a little bit colder, given that we are heading into winter. And some of it is not also double insulated, like this spot here. So I'm going to add in some marble walls here. Stormy, you are... can't construct. Tony, you can construct, but you already have some rad buildup. I'm going to make him, her, rather, do it. I feel bad, but it is just the way it is. And then we'll haul that chunk back when she's done. And this will double insulate most of it. There is a little section here that is not double insulated, but that only leads to a hallway, so it is somewhat isolated from the rest of the base. And this will allow us to mine out this here. And we also want to drop a roof here because that has overhead roof. Let's draw a big ignore roof area so we don't roof off anything more. And then aggro, when you mine, do not stand there. That is bad for health. Okay. And filling it in. Okay, botching. good if we did not botch the jobs. And then this will allow me to put my power cables inside the walls instead of having them strewn about the flooring, which will pretty it up a bit. Not that our farm needs to be all that pretty, but it also prevents fires from really erupting badly if there was to be a short circuit. All right, Mr. Janes, could you finish this off? Good, and then we'll be able to get rid of all that cabling. I'm just going to do it now because he's standing nearby. Done. Good, and if we check the power grid, it's nice and healthy, and these batteries here could probably go like here eventually, sort of out of the way. It wouldn't be a terrible idea. This whole hallway could be repurposed to contain batteries. That wouldn't be a terrible, terrible idea. So let's expand the no radiation zone here a bit so that we can start digging this out. And Tony is now putting the chem fuel away. That's good. It's not good to have chem fuel. All right, make jackets. Let's do this. Aggro makes jackets, drops on floor, and that will keep them inside. We have all but one person having parkas here. As for assignments, we don't want to wear these jackets. These jackets are for trade, so I'm going to remove jackets from clothing assignments. And we do have some tattered apparel. We have a lot of tattered clothing. So I might want to work on that first. So we need a pants, shirt, and shirt. So before we even make the jackets, because I care about my own people a little bit more than a trade, we will do... Oh boy, I've already forgotten. Pants and shirt, but how many? We need really 2 shirts there. 1 shirt, 1 shirt. So 3 shirts and pants. Cool. All right, make button down 3 times with the cloth. And then pants once with the cloth. Drop and aggro. Drop and aggro. And you are making the first shirt. Good. This here, this little temporary clothing will allow for, it'll be a low priority of really any apparel that we craft. Cefalu is fully healed. That's good. I'm going to turn this temporary... Oh, yeah, actually, I can just uninstall this and uninstall this. And turn this into a bedroom, because we do have a bed sitting right here. So now Cefalu has a proper bedroom. We do need a hospital. And I plan on expanding this out anyway. But for a hospital, what we could do, what would be safe, is a hospital that is very central to everything and somewhat secure. This is not large by any means. I didn't want to have this be, well, actually, there is somewhat of an advantage to have it be a 1 wide path for security purposes. So I'll set that up. So this will be our hospital. It isn't a 5x5, but it is good enough. And this will get floored up with marble as well. And I have a marble tile door and a vent. Nice. All right, so Janes and Cefalu are working towards that. Sort of. Everyone else has excellent beds. So let's try for another excellent bed. I'll make it here with Jane's, just so that Cefalu has something on there. Perfect. Has something nicer to sleep on. And yeah, this is not the steel bed. This is the steel bed, not the hospital bed. It'd be the hospital bed that I have. I'd like a better one, but it's pretty expensive to make hospital beds compared to regular beds. So a hospital bed requires a lot of components, and I don't have a lot. I have 8, and I don't want to use 5 of my 8 to make a better hospital bed. Wow, aggro, could you make worse clothing? I mean, I guess you could. It could have been awful, but there we go. What I'm going to do here is for clothing assignments, we are going to ditch when we're at 55%. No tattered clothing. All right. Food restrictions. No raw food. And that should also not include corpses or kibble. And let's go ahead and delete some other restrictions because honestly, we're not using them. And then same with the outfits. And the drug policies are beer and tea. We hadn't done that. Might as well do it. All right, let's work a little faster. Put a light in there. And this will be El Hospital. And again, we could add in an end table and a dresser to make it a little bit more comfortable. So Jane's will work on that. I'm still looking at their radiation buildup. It's lowering, but I don't really want to make a trade route or dig the ancient danger tunnels until we have a little bit lower pain from everything. Oh, wow. Cefalu, you are sniping the better shirt, aren't you? I saw that. Dropping the poor one. I know what you did, buddy. Nah, I would have done it too. Who am I kidding? I like my creature comforts. That is no longer illuminated. We're going to want more lights anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and install a lamp here. And then Cefalu, you're going to work on this stuff. Jane's is still a better constructor. Even though you're skilled, you're not Jane's level skilled. I'll let Cefalu make some progress and then have Cefalu do something else. So this door here, for now, as long as the hospital is unused, can be open. And we can just put a light behind it. All right, so this is excellent. I'm going to move a good one into the hospital room and then use the excellent one on a bedroom that has more common use. There was a request to look at some of the art, so here is some art. You could pause if you really want to see. This dresser is called Jane's Vomit, or Jane's Vomit, I guess. This art is James's melee skills, melee fighting skills. He's really making a lot of art about himself here. This one is, oh yeah, the vomit. What other kind of art do we have here? I guess the end tables don't get art. The masterwork art here is Stormy's Shame. And we have Exotica's Trader overhead. That's exciting. Alright. Let's see. They have components. They have monkeys. They have Naturamine, which will be really, really useful. They've got no bionic spines. I don't know what I can sell them, though. Ho-hum, ho-hum. So we'll go ahead and attempt to do some trading. Cefalu, you are going to run outside real quick. Actually, you know what? Let me do it like this. We're going to keep you on no rad zone, but we'll add a little no rad zone here so that Cefalu can actually go out there and move the beacon without getting set to unrestricted. So this dresser was only good. Totally fine. This beacon is not powered, though. Tony, are you naked? Oh, boy. And your father lives in this community? We are definitely going to need a shirt for you, like, right now. That's just all sorts of wrong. Stormy, you are up, right? You are a night owl? Let's go see what I can sell them. So, I can sell them 30 of my gold, I guess, because I only need 20 of it, and that would be the opposite direction. And that allows me to buy basically nothing, because I have no silver. Huh. Oops. Well, what I really need is an advanced component. Ooh. Yikes. Oh, you know what? I have a lot of statues that I can uninstall. Yes, I have been making statues, and this is why. So let's go ahead and sell them all off. They are all trade good. All right, Ms. Tony. I think what I'm going to do to you is force wear a shirt. And Stormy, you're unhappily nude wearing a parka. Come on now. Don't give me such a hard time. We'll have you force wear this. Let's start hauling these in, Tony, so that we can sell them. And Stormy, we are going to haul this. And then force wear. And once we have some more shirts, so we need 2 more shirts. They will be more happy to do whatever. You know what? In fact, let me see if I can't sell this furniture. Because we can always make more. Marble is not a bottlenecking resource for us. Alright, so all of the statues are now laid out. And yes, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. We can now afford some stuff. So, negative 30. And advanced components, we need 2. Oh, yes. And plasteel, I'm going to need, what, 50 of it? Okay, so that's as much as I can afford. They did not buy the furniture. I'm going to double check to make sure that I didn't overlook it. But I'm pretty sure that's the case. Yeah, they have no interest in buying my furniture. They will sell me furniture, but that's all one way. That's probably, yeah, that is the way exotic goods work. Okay, let's put this furniture back then. Stormy, I'm going to, because you're not really one of the constructors, unrestrict you and grab this stuff. The advanced components, really, really happy that I got those because that is the limiting factor of fabrication. And then we have some of the plasteel we need for the multi-analyzer. We have 4 out of 50. And there should be, chances are the Ancient Danger will have some plasteel. Usually it does. A lot of the ancient soldiers will have plasteel in their pockets. When you go and kill them, you can loot it. So we have some shirts available. I'm going to clear forced on one of these guys and have them swap out to the better shirt. And then this is just a little corridor that we will use for batteries. Cool. Let's see. Orders. Home zone. Got to add it to a home zone so that we actually repair it and clean it up. I don't know why it needs to be smooth. Really doesn't, but I'm going to do it anyway. And looks like we need to do some more stone cutting. We have been... Oop, no path. I should have done the corner first. We've been really fast at using up our marble. I'm not all that concerned, though. We live in a giant marble mountain. There's plenty of it. Alright. And then what I think I'm going to do is to... Yep. Good. And... like that. I'm going to space them out just a little bit. Button-down shirts are done. So restrictions can be lifted for clothing. And people can get rid of their tattered stuff. So we'll do a little... Oh, we will really need to get the cables built. There we go. Now it's actually connected. And we have a little battery room, and obviously we have space for one more battery. Do I want to use the components for it, though? Probably not. I'm just going to try to limit my component usage to the most I can. Okay, so now we have pants. Checking everyone's gear. Aggro, you are good for now. You're still in your, like, prison oranges, but that's fine. Stormy, you need clothing. Force wear pants. Force wear shirt. I'm going to force Stormy to wear clothing now and then unrestrict because he wasn't really wearing it in a timely way. And now we're off to jackets. Checking our rice. We still have plenty of rice. There's no wildlife. The people just left. I'm going to put the beacon back outside so that no one can pod directly onto it. Keep it powered up to try to draw raiders in there. I haven't been raided in a long time. It's kind of surprising. It might be because... No, I'm actually really not sure. I'm really truly not sure why I have been spared an assault. Alright, we are going to need yet another light up here for this area. And then we'll start working on the double insulation. Cefalu, when you have nothing to do, you can also craft. We have some hops that need processing. And we can turn off the stove. Cool. I don't know what this space is going to be. I just know that we can prep it. This obviously could be like stock room storage. It would actually be pretty smart to do that. So temporarily what I'm going to do is have my stock storage up there. So we'll build these walls and then let's just put storage like this and shrink the zone like that. And that way this storage stuff doesn't make the workshop uglier. And that works in my favor. Oh, there's actually an uninstalled light here. Oops. That would have been good to use. I'll illuminate some of the cave. I kind of forgot that I had an uninstalled light. Nobody's really been cutting blocks anytime lately. So that's something to work towards. Alright, Tony. Quick clothing check. I think we're all good. Tony could use something warmer. And Cefalu's parka is going to tatter soon-ish. But, it's not urgent. Whoa. That is quite the item quest there. Threats unknown make me wary, but that is pretty awesome. Alright, Tony, what I want you to do is craft over haul and clean. Let's get some more blocks going. Gene's on a minor break risk. He hasn't gone outside in a while. And then this will also help to insulate the base a little bit, because the storage area will be naturally cooler than the base, given the door. And then this illuminates the tunnel just a little bit so we can move around more easily. Aggro's working on the jackets. We're going to need a whole lot of jackets. We have 1 of 9, and this is why we're growing cotton. Oh. Brutal hypothermia. Okay. That's absolutely my fault. I'm gonna have Tony, brew some of the hops. That's an inside task that doesn't really require skill. It's leveling up cooking, which is not a skill I really want her to have, but it's better than having her keel over from hypothermia again. What it could / should do is offer up Aggro's toque to Tony. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. That will help Tony a little bit. Yep. And let's lift the restrictions. Because Aggro has a parka. So, yes. So they're smoothing all this out so that in the future I might use it nicely. Nice space to use. Janes, I'm going to force you to stone cut because you are entombed underground, and this will help solve that issue. I just can't win with him. He's pissed that he's entombed, and then he's pissed that he's hungry. I guess the hungry takes precedent. It's a bigger negative trait. Well, at least I have Cefalu here helping out. Janes, you are bad. Oh, Aggro. Did not expect that. The radiation buildup of my diggers are going down, which is good. Janes, I'm going to have you come out here. Aggro, you are going to haul more stuff. So we have 2 of the 9 jackets, I believe. Yep. But we're getting a cotton harvest going on right now, so we're about to get 3 of 9. And then no one's going to be able to reach these blocks here unless I add it to the radiation zone, and then I'll remove it. Alright, Janes, you need to rest, I guess. There you go. Don't get mad at me, man. I'm trying to make you happy. You were entombed underground. Wow, we barely got any area recovery there. That's okay. We're trying. We're trying. We have beer and tea. Maybe he just needs to chill out. I'm surprised I haven't had any inspirations given Stormy and Tony's absolute positively super unbelievably happy moods. We really haven't budged the needle in terms of inspirations at all, which is surprising. We're just about done smoothing out the stockroom in case we want to use it for some other purpose. Checking the expanded home zones. We can add the walls to it. Actually, there was a corner of Agro's room that wasn't even home zoned. That's a bit of an oversight. This marble wall is home zoned, but I'm not that worried about repairing it. Meteorite. Ah, I was hoping for like plasteel. That'd be really cool. Just granite. All right, that's, I think, jacket number 3. No, this is jacket number 3 in progress. So we have to haul blocks really far, but whatever. There's so little work to be done in this base that tedious tasks like long-distance hauling is actually not that much of an issue. How old is Cephalo? Cephalo, you're 38, and you are Tony's father, who's 46, so he's younger, but chronological age is different. He's 914, so he's been in cryo for a long time or something. I don't know. And I would say, due to the time sensitivity of the trade run, I'm probably going to focus on setting up a trade route before I do the ancient danger digging. But that's not to say that I won't. If their radiation drops to 0, I'm going to use their 0 radiation to work towards their radiation digging. Because once we're at no radiation buildup, we need to spend it like currency. I view it as like time allowed outside. We might as well be productive when we have 0. Cephalo's doing a great bit of hauling, getting everything nice and organized. And this will make my my kitchen area much nicer. My workshop, I guess it's really technically a workshop. Getting rid of all the stuff up here that makes it less beautiful. And we'll have a proper stock room. Well, guys, that's about all the time I have for this episode. So next episode, I'm hoping to push towards a proper trade route. We'll have probably Agro, who can mine and construct, set up a trade post 2 tiles away from our trade partner up north and deliver those jackets. So I'm excited about that. And then we'll dig towards the Ancient Danger and deal with whatever is in there. If you have any feedback for me, drop me a line. If you have any questions, just feel free to ask. If you'd like to discuss it, Discord's the place. If you're looking for the link for that, it's Rhadamant.com. And if you're interested in becoming a patron, just let me know. Rhadamant.com has more details about that, or you can ask me on Discord. Thank you all for watching. I'll catch you all later. Adios.